Have you ever noticed that the best ideas often come to us when we are not actively searching for them? When we are walking slowly, washing dishes, or lying quietly on the couch? Moments like these feel idle, almost wasted. Yet these are the moments when the mind connects seemingly unrelated ideas. This is the essence of strategic rest. The wisdom of doing nothing is not a call to laziness. It is a call to productive pause. We live in a world that praises constant activity. Emails, meetings, deadlines, and notifications dominate our time. We are taught to measure our worth by how busy we are. But busyness is not productivity. As Ariana Huffington once said, we think mistakenly that success is the result of the amount of time we put in, rather than the quality of time we put in. Exhaustion is often mistaken for dedication. Burnout is mistaken for commitment. But science tells a different story. Neuroscientists have discovered that our brains have a default mode network. This network is not idle. It is where creativity, insight, and problem-solving happen. And it only activates when we step back, pause, or do nothing intentionally. The mind, when allowed to rest, forms new connections and produces solutions that structured work alone cannot achieve. Consider Bill Gates. He famously set aside think weeks, times when he disconnected from daily obligations to read, reflect, and think deeply. Steve Jobs would take long walks without purpose, letting his thoughts roam freely. Even Albert Einstein said, "Creativity is the residue of time wasted." These moments of intentional idleness were never wasted. They were incubators for brilliance. Doing nothing is not absence of action. It is active recovery. It is giving your mind space to breathe, to observe, and to reorganize. And yet, there is a challenge. Stopping feels uncomfortable. We fear falling behind. We fear being judged. And so we keep moving, keep producing, never allowing ourselves the quiet our minds require. But here is the irony. By refusing rest, we slow ourselves down. We limit our own potential. We prevent breakthroughs before they can even occur. Strategic rest is counterintuitive. It asks us to value the pause as much as the work, to understand that insight often comes not from doing more, but from letting the mind wander. How do we practice the wisdom of doing nothing? First, schedule it deliberately. Treat your moments of pause as non-negotiable appointments. Second, unplug completely. Even 10 minutes of silence can reset your mental bandwidth. Third, observe without judgment. Let thoughts arise and fade. Do not try to control them. Allow them to connect naturally. This is the art of mindful idleness. Think of the examples from other leaders around the world. Mahatma Gandhi practiced long periods of silence to reflect and strategize. Nelson Mandela would often retreat into quiet contemplation during his years of imprisonment, emerging with clarity and resolve. These leaders understood that meaningful action requires reflection, and reflection requires space. When we embrace the wisdom of doing nothing, our work becomes sharper, our thinking becomes deeper, our creativity becomes more vivid, and our lives become more intentional. We begin to act with purpose rather than reaction. We begin to notice ideas that previously escaped our attention. We discover clarity where there was chaos. We reclaim control over our time, energy, and focus. So today, I invite you to try something radical. Pause. Breathe. Step back. Give yourself permission to do nothing, not as an escape, but as a strategy. Not as laziness, but as preparation for brilliance. Because in that deliberate pause, in that quiet space, you may discover everything you've been searching for. The wisdom of doing nothing is simple, yet it is powerful. It is counterintuitive, and it is transformative. Remember, it is not how much you do, but how well you allow your mind to rest and recover that determines the quality of your work. Pause, reflect, create.